some things to get off of our phones. And my first one was gonna be watering the plants, but I was just too upset when I was out there today. Like, I'm just upset. I'm upset, I'm gonna be honest. I just got my lemon and lime tree, and yesterday I was doing some research, and my lime tree has, it's got this like little bug looking thing, and originally, I'm not gonna lie to you, I thought it was the caterpillar's poop. Makes sense, except for I think it's wrong because I reverse image searched it, and I don't think it's the caterpillar's poop. It's like this really dangerous disease that can kill like entire orchards and crops, and it's like highly monitored by like all of Florida, you know, whatever. So basically that's what we're dealing with today. Totally fine, totally kosher. One second. So according to my Google search, I would need to burn the whole plant, basically, is how this disease works. Like, once you have it, there's no getting rid of it, and you need to make sure that you're not responsible for it spreading. Which I just bought, like, if you watch my last 3 vlogs, you know my obsession with the trees. Like, I'm all about the trees. So today I went out there and I took more pictures. I'm just gonna double check my reverse image searches, and I decided I'm gonna go to the nursery. One, I'm upset. I've only had these plants for like 2 weeks probably at this point, so I just feel like I wasn't mentally ready for this. I wasn't ready for this. So anyway, let's do some things to get off of our phones. Then number 2 is doing your hair, your makeup, stuff like this. I know that some people don't consider this like a hobby. For me, this is a hobby. This is a full-time job. I'm committed to the bit. Something in my nose. Yeah, but this is definitely a way that like I have purpose in my life. I feel more purposeful when I get ready. I don't know what it is, but I just do. Oh wait, I was still finishing my skincare. So I'm gonna do that. And then another way that I'm looking for purpose in my life is by creating like a community online. So while I'm getting ready, I'm gonna make some TikToks about it. Yesterday somebody asked me for my makeup routine. I probably posted it 100 times. I said, yes ma'am, let me do that tomorrow. Let me do that tomorrow. And then other people are asking about my hair routine right now because that's kind of what's popping off. So I had a question about what products I use, and then I had one, how did I say I was gonna style it? Oh, I did say I was gonna show them how to do the curls with the straightener. I guess we'll do those 3 today, and then each day I've been making a video that's like kind of a joke about how to get off your phone. Like, oh, stop scrolling. Like, when's the last time you got ready for the day? Like, oh, stop scrolling. When's the last time you did this? So today, since I'm getting out of the house, I want to film like 3 or 4 of those, just throughout the day. And then, yeah, but that's like a fun little thing. I don't want to convince myself that it's work, because then it's suddenly not fun anymore, if you know what I'm saying. So we're gonna start the day with that. Also, I think I'm gonna grab my little matcha. I've been finding that my appetite's not very good in the morning, and if there's 2 things that go hand in hand, it starts with the appetite's not that good in the morning, and then suddenly my circadian rhythm just plummets. Suddenly I'm getting hungry at midnight. I'm going to bed at like 1 a.m., which is not the goal at all. Like, even last night, you know what I stayed up doing? I was watching videos researching knitting versus crocheting. Okay, knitting versus crocheting, a new hobby to pick up. Now, do I think there's anything wrong with that? Not necessarily. I think that was pretty productive. But the way I could be doing that at any time of day. Literally any time of day. I see you in my dreams. Okay, I'm gonna get into my little videos, and I guess you could watch me video them. I just do them on the front camera of my phone. It's the easiest. I don't know how to tell you that. That's how I get it done. Oh my gosh, my nose. And did you see my like slate? I think this is a chemical burn that I have on my eyes. Don't look at that. Sometimes I would add one video down. Got done filming, so I'm gonna clean up my filming station, close the blinds, and then continue to get ready. Okay, everything's been tidied. Now let's wake up the house. Usually I open these blinds before I start filming just so that the color is good, but for some reason this has fixed my bad lighting. Okay, I'm gonna open up this window then. This is my mess I left last night. Okay, I'm gonna take this for the road with me. This is so I can make some more scotcheroos, which at first I was thinking, should I do that right away? But now I'm like, no, let's do that when we get home tonight. And we'll also make some eggs. I also left some dishes in the sink last night, so I'm going to take care of those right away. I usually do a nighttime tidy, which I did one around 10, and then I wound up staying up till like 1 or 2 a.m. So then I did the whole like messing it up thing again, and that's fine. But then I don't do a second nighttime tidy. It just feels like a waste of time. I am gonna run the dishwasher today. I've been getting my dishwasher on more of a routine lately, but I find that whenever I don't run it at this point, then the next point is like I'm meal prepping and I don't have enough room to put all the things I want in it. So I'm just gonna run it right now before I forget. And if I wait till after breakfast, I will no longer be in the tidying headspace, and again, it's forgotten. Look, we have a guest. Hi, Mr. Q. Are you ready for your din? So today I did, this is like it's called, I think it's called Fresh Pet or something. It's just fresh dog food, like cooked. This is dry kibble, and then I threw in some rotisserie chicken, even though it looks crazy with this lighting. And then I'm just having chicken and a bagel with cream cheese and raspberry. And then these are the vitamins for the day: 2 Nutrafol and 2 Brazil nuts. Okay, usually I put his food wherever I am and we eat together. But today we'll be in his spot. Okay, bon appetit. See how polite he is? I didn't train him to wait at first. I used to say a prayer and then he'd eat, but I don't really do that. He will do it if I request it. He doesn't mind doing the prayer, he'll do it, but it's not his preferred. Today I'm gonna make an iced coffee. I really need to go get ice. I'm just gonna make it cold. It's not gonna be ice, it's gonna be cold. Okay, I'm even gonna get crazy and we're gonna try a new coffee recipe. So usually I use a Nut Pods flavored coffee. Today I'm gonna use plain cream. Oh man. Ugh. Okay, so we're gonna start with the Nut Pods toasted marshmallow. And then I have this maple balsamic vinegar. Now, I was reading how these like have health benefits last night. Similar to like the polyphenols, like how you count polyphenols in olive oil. Not the same as apple cider vinegar, but similar. And so I just want to try having like a shot of it every day. And so I'm going to put a little in the coffee and see how we feel about it. So this is a maple flavored balsamic vinegar. I just don't know if that's going to be good, but we're going to try it. And then we're going to do maple syrup, which I love having maple syrup in my coffee. So we'll see. No ice is so criminal. Maybe I'll have to go get the ice. I have to like restock my ice every week. It doesn't just come right out of the fridge because of the type of fridge that I got. And I would love to tell you about it. If you're thinking about getting one of these fridges, what kind is this? Okay, it's the Samsung fridge where there's like 4 components, right? This is a good day to have this talk. And you can pick each component if you want it fridge or freezer. So you could like have 1 panel fridge, 1 panel freezer, top half fridge, bottom half freezer. Like you can change it. And you can change it like pretty readily on demand. So like if you have a bottom section that's kind of always empty, then you could be changing it kind of on demand to make it like a fridge space for drinks, for if you're having friends, or turn it into a freezer real quick if you're doing some big project. I don't know. I'm gonna see if I can come around to it. I know somebody would like this. I am not that somebody. Anyway, the problem with it is that how they set up the ice maker is through where I have it as a fridge. The top half I have as a fridge. And it goes through there. So you can never, like, basically it creates moisture. So if you're not running like 2 to 3 uses of ice per day, which I'm not, I don't really go through ice like that, then it gets humid and then it clogs it all up. So every time you want to use it, you have to defrost the whole entire ice making mechanism and then try to get out your ice. I don't have an hour and a half to defrost it every time I'm getting out ice. So I just get ice and bring it and put it in a little amount for the week and then move on. I've really found that routines that I've made for myself at my house that I'm looking forward to, like a breakfast that I genuinely enjoy, a coffee that I genuinely enjoy, stuff like that, will make me always be using that routine and getting into it and loving it. Like, when you get to the point where you'd rather have a coffee at home, I feel like you've reached the peak. Like, that's the end all be all. I think for myself, I used to always have this rule that if I was cooking at home, it had to be a healthy meal. So like a certain protein goal and all this stuff. And it would literally encourage me to go out to eat, because the only time I was getting like a special treat was if I went somewhere out to eat. So then it was like against everything I believed in. Like, we're spending more money, we're going out and whatever, but it was like all these hits of dopamine. Like, you get to have something new, you get to have something delicious, you like are leaving the house, you get to have the experience. And so I found, like, when I started allowing myself to have more like unhealthy things or change up the routine or add like one new menu item versus like going and spending, I mean, even like a bagel at like Starbucks is like $4. I can get a bag of bagels that lasts me the week for that at Walmart, but like I would never do that. Instead, then I'd be like wanting to go there every single day. Now, honey, I'm at home. I'm in the house. I love to be at the house. Like, I don't know what to tell you. I still love going out, but it's like the way I used to need it and crave it, I've really like also get that way about my house. I'm gonna sit here on my phone and look up my knitting and crocheting because I'm still locked in on that. Like, I'm not over it yet. And that's what I want to look at. Okay, I made some shorts, but I feel like I'm doing a kind of bad job, so I think it's about time to go. I am going to grab my dog and some shoes. We'll take him to the restroom and then we'll load up. One thing I did last night was make myself a to-do list. That way, when I wake up in the morning, I feel like I have more purpose, because it's so easy to get lost in the sauce and forget what you want to work on. So yeah, I'm really excited with the progress that we've been making today. Now we need to get out of the house. I know it's so easy when you're in the scroll to convince yourself that you don't like going places, that you don't like getting out of the house, you know, all these different things. And maybe you actually do like those things. Me personally, I have some errands, some returns to take today, and then we're going to do a little browsing and shopping. And I brought little Q with, because we're going to swing by the dog store and see if we can find him some better grooming stuff for later on today. Okay, so we're deciding between the Salty Beach, Maui Wowie, and the s'mores. We've got to get a coffee. Hold on. Can you be less obnoxious right now? Good. On your monthly specials, when it says like chocolate, is that like the syrupy chocolate or like the sauce?
It's sauce.
Mmm.
Dark chocolate and white chocolate is like the sauce, thicker kind, and then but chocolate macadamia nut, that's just the syrup flavor.
Mmm. You know what? Let's do the Maui Wowie. Can I get that in an iced latte? And do you have almond milk? Okay, cool. I'll do that.
You want 16 or 20 ounce?
Just 16 is good.
Okay. Anything else for you?
No, that's all.
Military or first responder?
No.
660 now.
Thank you. Chill, bro. Sorry.
You want a milk bone?
He would love one. He is just here to see you, I think, but he'll take a milk bone as well. Thank you. You ready? There you go. Go get it. Sorry. Okay, so I left my house and then I ran into this issue that I actually only want to be researching about the knitting. Oh, thank you so much.
Have a great day.
You too. Bye. Oh my gosh, they're so fast. Oh, I opened. No wonder it was so loud. I just wanted to open this for the views for you guys, but that seems louder than I remember. Okay, anyway, they were so fast. I wound up getting the Maui Wowie, coconut, macadamia nut, something like that. It's just a coffee. I couldn't stand that coffee I made at my house, so we had to go out and get one. And Q loves going to this place. They always give him a little treat. Don't they give you a treat? Yes, that was your... Did you eat it all already? Okay, let's do a taste test. I just love their coffee. Doesn't matter. I did get pressured. I felt pressured about making the decision because there was a car behind me. So I don't know if this is really what I wanted, but I love their coffee. You can't go wrong. Anyway, I'm going through something because I left my house and I got in the vehicle, and all I want to do is sit down and just research this knitting and crocheting and like find out what I need to get, find out which one I would be into, see what kinds of things I can make, what I'd want to learn how to make first, you know, everything. And lately I've been into sewing, so now I'm like, can I make all these things in my wardrobe? Is this my new thing? Which is amazing, but I can't be doing that while I'm out of my house. And then I realized I forgot to grab one of my returns, so I'm even more upset about that. And I just decided that I'm gonna run and get the stuff for Q, and then I think we're just gonna run and go home. Wait, it's literally our lucky day because when we showed up, they're doing adoptions today. I love when this happens. I just feel like I'm so lucky. I'm always looking at new dogs. I don't need new dogs. I want to foster, but currently with my traveling schedule, I just haven't really been able to be more of like a full-time foster. So I really don't plan on buying new dogs at this point because I want to have the ability to foster dogs, and if I have like 7 dogs, it would be hard for me to foster. But I'm always looking and supporting. So we're gonna say hi to them, and we're gonna see if we can get him some grooming tools. And maybe I'll show you the little puppies, the rescue puppies. That was such a bust. Who knew the pet store, there was literally no shears for trimming your dog, or the scissors, and then like 3 of the little shaver clipper things. I was like, and then nobody knew anything about them. So if you like ask a question, nobody knows. I'm like, oh, back to the Google it is. You gotta get online and check it out and see what the recommendations are, which is totally fine. But I wasn't prepared for that. I wasn't mentally prepared for that. We did see some dogs. They only had really big dogs, like primarily pit bulls, and then some other, like a black and tan, what do they call those even? Like a marl? Who knows? Anyway, no dogs that were tempting, which was thank goodness for me because I pet one dog. I made the mistake and I pet one dog, and then as I was leaving, it was crying at me. This is when I realized that, like, if it was a teeny tiny dog that fit my lifestyle, I think that would have left me in tears for up to 6 months. It really would have left me in the tears. So, like, already that dog, like, I'm going to be thinking about. So, anyway, but we appreciate everybody who does their effort, puts in work to try to save these dogs from the situations that they're in, whether it's reporting them, rescuing them off the street, people who work as fosters, people who are fostering the dogs. I just want to say thank you to everybody for that. If you don't do any of that, I hope you do something else. Okay, I think I'm done shopping now. I don't think I'm in the mood for any more shopping. Are we in the mood for any more shopping, Q? What's the real feel outside? It says 97 degrees, but real feel has got to be ridiculous. Maybe I'll just show you the beach real quick. Maybe I'll just swing by the beach, take a quick dip. Okay, we found an antique store that I've never seen before, so I was like, when in Rome, let's just swing on in. Well, Q had the time of his life. There was some grandmas in there, and they were loving you, weren't they? They was giving you all the pets. Yes, he loved it, which was great. Okay, can we talk about that silver shell bowl? I'm really struggling because I feel like I should have bought it. It was $20. That's definitely the cheapest I've seen one of those. But I was still like, I don't know, is that something I want to spend my money on right now, basically. But the other weekend there was an estate sale, and they had this whole collection of Shell sterling silver bowls, and I didn't like make it a point to go there and get it, and I couldn't see the cost online, so I'm not saying that I would have bought it because it would have needed to be in range. But with that being said, I'm like, am I gonna have regrets if I don't buy it? We might need to call my sister and consult, because over time I would like to have a collection of the shell-shaped things. But also, is that something I want to be buying right now? And am I gonna like scrub it down and de-antique it? Because that's how I would like to be shiny and brand new. I think I am. But do I need it? Is it? And then I looked online trying to compare pricing and see if that was even a good deal. And I don't know. Basically, did you see the Shell bowl? And can you please let me know, like, should I have bought that? Am I tripping, or should I have bought it? It was for $20. And suddenly we're at Michael's looking for yarn and stuff. See? It's just so funny how when you're in your house, you can convince yourself you want to stay in your house. Also, one of my friends just texted me and reminded me that book club is today, but I totally forgot about it. In fact, I haven't read my book. So I'm debating what I want to do now, like continue shopping, go home and finish things off my to-do list, start a project, or go to book club. All good options, and all not on our phones. Although if I do go home, I think I want to watch more informationals on knitting and crocheting, but I really wanted to start my sewing project tonight. Which is reminding me that I need to get some mold remover spray, I think, as I'm driving into town for my AC unit. Alright, that was a successful day out. My camera battery died, so I wasn't able to show you anything else. But in the meantime, I caught a case of the hives. If you don't know, I'm pretty prone to allergy type of stuff, so getting hives is nothing new for me. But this is where I differ from my younger self. Before, I used to be like, think I was invincible, so I would never have Benadryl, and I was also scared of Benadryl, so I would not take the Benadryl, and all of these things. But now I'm older, I'm wiser, so I'm just gonna read how many of these I need to take, and I'm gonna start taking them right away. Also, before, when I got like one hive, I would kind of wait to see how much it progressed, like before medicating. But now, as I've gotten older and learned so much more about the things that I'm intolerant to, I just have a lot more respect for the hustle. So now I just have a lot more knowledge on it, basically. I was making a joke, but so like if I get one hive, I just start taking the Benadryl right away, because something about my hives is like once I get them, even once the symptoms kind of clear, I won't be having an in the moment allergic reaction, but the hives will stay on my body for like up to 30 plus days. Like, it's taken a really long time to get rid of them before, so I notice like if I can stop them at first formation, then it is almost like they're just zapped, and then like I don't progressively get them. I don't know if this is like new information to you, if you also get the hives and you're like, yeah, we kind of all think that way, but like this stuff took me years to discover. So anyway, I have to read how many of these I need to take again. I can't ever remember. Take every 4 to 6 hours. The last time I got the hives, I got them so bad, and I remember being like, I'm taking like the whole, I really was like, the max amount I could take I was taking, but this time I feel like it's not severe enough yet, so I would take minimum. So these are the dye-free Benadryls. These are definitely much better, but I'm actually really excited that I'm getting the chance to use these, because I have a different brand that is just a slightly different variation of the Benadryl, I guess. But usually what happens to me is I wouldn't have any on hand, so I just have to get like whatever I can find. Like I'm pulling up to a gas station at like 1 a.m. like trying to get in and get some. So I'm pretty proud of myself that I even have these on hand. I feel very like you did the right thing buying these preemptively, knowing that it's just probably gonna happen. With that being said, that is why I took a shower. I was just like feeling kind of funky, feeling kind of off. Something that I noticed is like hives always, it's not that it's the hives that causes it, but when I'm having like an allergic reaction, like my body will just kind of be off, like whether I'm tired at a time that I'm usually not tired at, or I have like a slight itching, or, you know, it's like all these little symptoms, and then eventually it's like, oh, here's a hive, and then I'll see one, and then I'll see 5, and then it'll be like downhill from there. So luckily right now, I think my face is, I mean, it could be better, but it's relatively good. So that's usually one of my goals, is like not to be, once I have them, like it's so hard not to itch the ones on my face. The rest of them, even if itching them, nobody knows, you know. So anyway, yeah, I also cooked a dessert in the meantime. I made like a quick little dessert, and I really wanted to film it, but I was just going through something, so I didn't. But I will show you my little dessert that I made. And my only other thing that I wanted to do tonight was to do a sewing project, but I have some work that I need to get done first. So I took some downtime and I showered, and I'm now having my hive situation. So I'm gonna finish out my work first, and if I'm feeling up to it and excited about it, I will do my little project afterwards. I did spend way more time when I was having my downtime researching the knitting, researching the crocheting, and then being like, okay, you have a sewing machine here to do your hobbies on, to get you off your phone from scrolling, and you still haven't hemmed your 2 pairs of pants, including the pants that I was literally wearing today. And I had to roll them over when I was out in public, and I hate doing that. Like, it's so embarrassing. It looks like I'm like a child that has ill-fitting clothing, and I'm old. Or not that old. Okay, so I guess you can watch me work for a little bit. Also, you cannot let me forget, I want to get back on the routine of watering my plants in the evening. I think that they like that more, even though we might have to flame the lime tomorrow, we'll see. But I want to get into that routine. So oh, and I need to take out the garbage. Okay, so we'll do both of those tonight then. Like, when we're done with the work, we'll do those. It'll just be like, you know what, let me write that down. Water plants. Okay, perfect. Oh, I think I look crazy. Do I look crazy? Just tell me I look. Don't. If I do, lie. Okay, wait, I thought of something else I wanted to cook. Oh yeah, okay, I want to get some carrots. When I was in the shower, I had like a thought about what I want to eat this week, and only one, oh, that's right, I wanted to call my mom and see if she's going to bring me any garden tomatoes, because I made extra dessert for her to take to her house. So I was hoping like we would do, you know, a swap. That's like, I love living like by your community, and like you all kind of have something going on. Like I'm making ginger bug soda this week, so if it turns out, then like I want to give her some. And recently I made like flavored tequilas, so maybe I'll make some more of those things again later this week. Cooking is such like a fun hobby to get into, because it's like you already have to cook, but now you're like more excited about cooking. Like even I think having a routine, like if you have friends or a partner or something like that, and you do like Taco Tuesday or like Wing Wednesday or something to like kind of look forward to, kind of like how people look forward to watching Love Island or something like that, like that really adds more like excitement to the week than just like the days passing and you're like, oh, like it's a Thursday, like, and that's how you start the conversation, is like, oh, it's Thursday, or like I had such a bad day at work, but instead it's like, it's Taco Thursday, Taco Tuesday, whatever. And then you get to talking and they're like, actually I have to tell you I had the worst day ever. And but you see how like it kind of, I don't know, I'm just trying to talk to you guys like from the perspective of somebody who was living with so many roommates and like had so much community to no community, like how you can create that community for yourself. And like, again, these are just good things. Like it's like the spice of life. And when you get to doom scrolling, like you literally, I swear you forget about all these things. Like you're probably eating mac and cheese every day, mac and cheese Monday. Oh my gosh, it's a great idea. Mac and let's talk smack. Okay, anyway, I'm just writing these things down so that I don't forget about them. So it was water the plants, take out the trash. Period. Okay, let's do the next thing. When it comes to my work, so I just do it like whenever I think of it. Like if I think of it and it's like a 30-minute task, I'll just knock it out right then, so that it's like off my mind. And it makes me feel better as a whole, because I notice like if I write it down for tomorrow, then tomorrow morning I might not be like actively partaking on it, and then like over time those things accumulate and it's just negative. So I like to take care of them like literally right away. Oh, that makes me think I need to start entering orders. But I also try to do things like earlier on, like even on Sunday, I do my prep for Monday, and usually about halfway through the day, I have enough information to do all the stuff that I need to do. But I know that my team is like all early birds, so if the earlier I do it, like the more alive and well they are, the more apt I am to get a response. It's just like respectful. So I try to do things earlier rather than later, but because honestly, like throughout the week, I will do the stuff like late into the evening. So like there's a section that they do, then I do, then they do, then I do, and we go back and forth. And so sometimes I'm texting them really, really late. But if it's like a Sunday or something and I can do it a little bit earlier and just make it like easier on them, I always try to do that.